This cable row is a bit different than a lot of other rows because we're getting both some strength work and some mobility work at the same time, because it does help us drive a little bit of extra movement through the T-spine. And at the same time, we're getting a side benefit of getting some core involved while still getting the benefits of a row, which is usually lats and biceps. Now, when we're setting this up, the important part about this is we need to make sure that we're stable in this half kneeling position. So a lot of times when I see this set up, like the legs are a little too wide or we end up sort of folded over here. So think about this as the bottom of a lunge. So in a lunge, we want this nice 90 position, and both feet are set up with beside each respective hip. So here I'm stable and I'm pushing into the ground. I'm especially gonna think about squeezing my back leg's butt cheek and driving my knee into the ground, as well as pushing this front foot into the ground to stay stable. I got that, then I can resist some of that pull from the cable and it won't topple me over. So when you're grabbing the cable, make sure that you set up the cable in the cable station just a bit below the shoulder. It'll pull downwards slightly and that'll help keep the shoulders away from the ears. So when I grab it, I let it pull my arm long. I'm gonna let the cable stretch as long as I can, and then I'm gonna drive the opposite arm's elbow as far back as I can. Then I'm gonna row as far as I can, so again, driving the elbow back as far as I can, but I'm also gonna reach in the opposite direction as hard as I can, and I'm just alternating between those positions. So it's almost like you're rowing between or with both arms. You're matching the same movements on both sides. You're letting your torso rotate, so it's almost like I'm turning my chest in each direction to face each wall. And my lower body is staying stable. It doesn't move with the rotation. We're always pushing down into the ground to help keep ourselves stable. So that's where we get the magic of the movement. And we're really gonna start to feel the obliques if we do that, and the weight is heavy enough. The more we draw those elbows back and rotate, and the more stable we are, we start to get still lots of work to lats, biceps, maybe even the back of the shoulder a little bit. And we're still emphasizing keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. But by keeping the body stable, we start to get some movement and some stretch in a few different places, namely lots of stretch through the lats, and at the same time, getting the obliques involved in the movement. So if we're feeling some of that stuff, keep playing with it, keep challenging the weight, and let the magic happen.